No matter how badly you want something, the fact that you want it is not going to get it for you. It's crazy. It's crazy because everything changed like this. Now that the new year is rolling around, we are all super amped. We're geeked to set our goals. We're geeked to start new. We're geeked to start fresh. But then somewhere along the line, things get a little bit challenging and we're like, oh, and we give up. That is just not going to be you this year. That is not going to be you in the year 2024. I'm not letting it happen, and I'm not leaving any of you guys behind. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bahja. If this is your first time seeing my face, then hey, welcome to the channel. And if you've been here before, like always, it is a pleasure and an honor to have you here with me. Dude, this video is gonna eat. It's gonna eat, and I already know it. As you guys know, all of my latest videos have been preparation for the new year. I've been trying to give you guys everything that you need to go into this year the strongest that you could possibly be. And I mean mentally. Y'all know Bahja is gonna keep it so real. You guys, things do not come easy. I feel like social media has kind of made us think that you can just sit and visualize and visualize and visualize, and your dream is just going to manifest on its own and you don't have to do anything. Or we're told, like, use this technique and this technique and this technique, that we lost the basic principles that will literally help you achieve your goals. As much as I love visualization, I'm not going to be the one to tell you that it's useless, because it's very, very helpful. We talk about building a vision all the time, holding it close to your heart, holding it in your heart for as long as you can. There is so much hard work and effort that goes into making your dreams your reality, to building your dream life, to reinventing yourself. There's so much pain, there's so much challenges, there's so much difficulty in just life in general. But especially when you're trying to transform, when you're trying to reinvent yourself, when you're trying to change something about yourself, it is one of the most painful and most difficult journeys that I've ever been on. And I'm not going to be the one to sit here and tell you that it doesn't take hard work, because it takes hard work. And so I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. My goal with this video and with every single video I make is to help make that journey easier for you. We're sold all of these quick fixes, easy fixes. We know that stuff doesn't really work, nor does it last. And so we always have to come back to the basics of discipline, consistency, just doing the small steps, the small things every single day. So if you think that this video is going to be like, oh, here's a quick fix, here's how you're going to build your dream life just like magic, it's just not. It's just not, okay? But today we're gonna be talking about how to make consistency easier. There's a lot of moments in my life where I really struggled with consistency, but I learned this little hack and I'm here to teach it to you today. And after watching this video, you will literally never struggle with consistency again. Okay, I'm not gonna make that promise because, you know, struggling is a part of the process, but it's gonna make it a lot easier for you. And when you have this, it is something that you wanna consciously remind yourself of when you are in those moments of struggling. We've got a lot to cover in such a short amount of time. So like always, I'll pull out your notebook and catch these gems that I'm literally chucking at you in this video. Identifying as the person who achieves the goal is the easiest way to stay consistent within your goals, yet it's such a scary and hard thing to do. I think only a crazy person can sit in a place where they haven't yet seen the physical results, right? They haven't yet seen the money in their bank account. They haven't yet seen the body that they want in the mirror, can sit here and think that they are already that person who has achieved it. Only a crazy person can do that. And that is why it's so important to be taking action and creating an evidence portfolio for yourself, which is what the last video that I made was all about, is building that evidence portfolio and believing. And you might be wondering, Bahja, what the heck is the correlation between consistency and identity shifting? Like what's going on? When you shift your identity and you wake up and you do the simple task of setting your intention, of saying and reminding yourself of who you are, this is me now. This is the life I'm living now. This is the life that I'm carrying out now. Everything changes. The way that you show up changes. The actions that you take changes. The way that you react and respond changes. The decisions that you make changes. And even the opportunities that are presented to you changes. The way that you view the world and your lens changes. Here's one thing you guys really, really have to remember. In life, you do not get what you want. You never get what you want, no matter how badly you want something, the fact that you want it is not going to get it for you, but you get what you are. Identity and who you are is the most important thing to you. Shifting your identity, I found, is the easiest and the best way to stay consistent with the habits and the actions and the decisions that you make daily that will lead you to your dream life or to somewhere you don't want to be. You will never know how long it will take you to reach your goal. It could take months, it could take years, it could take a decade for you to actually reach your goal. And so you will never know until you get there. So it's no surprise to me that we struggle with consistency, that the reason why so many people give up is because they struggle with consistency, overcoming themselves again and again and again and again until they genuinely are this person and this is their new lifestyle. Consistency and discipline is a practice. It is not something that you are born with. It is not something that will just show up one day. It is something that you wake up with the intention of, today I'm going to be consistent. Today I'm going to practice discipline. Today I'm going to try. Today I fail. Okay, well, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to try again tomorrow. That is what that is. I think a lot of times we think that, some people are just lucky to have so much consistency. No, it just takes practice. Everybody struggles in the beginning. It takes time for you to build a habit. It takes time for something to feel natural to you. And so it is a practice. I don't know who came up with this idea that consistency is just something that you have. Discipline is just something that you have. It is something that is learned. It is a skill. The best way to be consistent is by becoming the person who is consistent, by becoming the person who was consistent and reached the goal. Okay, when you become, it won't be as hard. There's not going to be as much resistance because it's like, oh well, I am that person. Oh well, I don't struggle to not eat the cake because I'm not even the type of person who eats cake. I'm the type of person who goes to the gym. So I don't struggle with going to the gym. Like I go every day. Let's talk a little bit about why identity is so important. The way that you view yourself, who you are, because remember how I said in life you don't get what you want, you get who you are. The way that we view ourselves, the beliefs that we hold about ourselves, the things that we keep on our mind, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, are so important because they are the very foundation of our existence, and it shapes the trajectory of our lives. It shapes the decisions that we make every single day, the actions and the behaviors that we take every single day, the way that we act towards other people every single day, and that builds up and becomes our future. That builds up and that becomes the results that we get at the end of the day. The beliefs become our glass ceiling. They cap our potential. What we can and what we can't do is based off of how we view ourselves and how we feel about ourselves and what we believe to be true about ourselves. And this is, I feel like a broken record saying this in every single one of my videos, but it is the most important thing ever. It acts as this extremely powerful filter in which we view the world and how we experience the world and what we deem to be important and unimportant, the actions that we deem to be important and unimportant, the things that we value. It is everything. The actions that you take every single day shape your future. The habits that you have, literally, if you look at your life right now, if you look at your body, your bank account, the way that your home looks, whether it's clean or not, that is all because you have habits that give you those results. If you've never worked out in your life, you're not going to be shredded. Like, it doesn't make sense. Every single thing that you do is shaping your future. Every decision that you make is shaping your future. And this is why I say it is so important for us to be conscious of ourselves and aware of ourselves and know what we are doing and make decisions consciously. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but a lot of the behaviors and the actions that we take every single day, we do subconsciously. So the whole point of your journey of self-development, self-improvement, self-discovery is becoming conscious of yourself and making decisions and taking actions from that state of consciousness. Is this gonna serve me? Is this a smart action to take? You know what I mean? It's just being conscious of what you do and being aware that this is going to affect me in some way. Of course, not every single action we take has a direct correlation to the results that we get. So, for example, if you are a really healthy person, you eat good foods, you eat whole foods, you work out, you exercise, you build muscle, you do all the right things, and then one day down the road, you just get hit with a health condition. You know, you did all the right things, but still you were struck by this this challenge and this test. And to me, that is a sign of the existence of God. To a lot of us, that is the existence of God. So it's not necessarily always in correlation, but what you do every single day does have an impact on what you experience later down the road. Or another example is you do all the right things, you build up this incredible business, you just do all the right things, and then one day everything just falls apart because of a variable that is outside of your control. And in both of those scenarios, in both of those situations, yes, you've lost your health, or yes, you've lost the business that you've built, but all you're left with at the end of the day is the person that you are, the things that you've learned, the skills that you've built. And so if you are a business person who has completely lost their business, or something out of their control happened, but they did all the right things. If you have that knowledge and you have the willpower and you are able to do it, you can use the skills that you've learned. You can use the knowledge that you've gained to build something better, to try again, to get up and try again. So at the end of the day, the only thing that matters, it really comes down to what we know and who we are and the attitudes that we have that gives us value. It's not necessarily the goal at the end. It's what makes you irreplaceable in a workplace or in your business. It's like, okay, well, I built everything from the ground up. I lost everything. How many other people have built something from the ground up and lost it? That could be my superpower. It all comes down to who you are and what you've gained while on your journey to pursuing a dream and pursuing a goal. I completely sidetracked there. But let's bring it back. If we hold limiting beliefs of I am not worthy, I am not capable, they literally become self-fulfilling prophecies, because you're going to subconsciously take action based off of that belief that you have about yourself, that belief that you have about being unworthy. You're not going to take risks. You're not going to say yes to opportunities. You are going to give up the opportunities that lie in front of you because you simply don't feel worthy. You don't see yourself as the person who's able to achieve it. So if you are able to shift your identity and view yourself and become the person and embody the person who has reached and achieved your dream, you will make decisions from that lens. You will accumulate small daily habits, practices that will ultimately help you get to that dream life, to help you get to that goal. Let's talk a little bit about the magic of shifting your identity. I think a lot of people who go through this journey will tell you like it feels so magical. Something about it feels so unreal. The reason why it feels so magical is the moment that you make a decision, everything changes. Not because your outer world is actually shifting and changing, but because you now see through a different lens. You see, the world around you is really only a perception of what you think, what you believe, what you hold to be true in your heart, and where you place your attention, what you deem to be important. That is how you're going to view the world. When you make a decision on something, and when I say decision, I don't mean, that's not a decision. When I have a new home, I'm going to start filming YouTube. When I have an aesthetic background or whatever, I'm going to start filming for YouTube. That's not making a decision. That is putting it off. So if you're not able to make the decision and stick to it and make that commitment, it's not going to feel magical. It's going to feel like a mess, okay? When you make a decision, you step into a whole new reality, a whole new timeline that has unique challenges, unique hardships, and you guys like how I'm putting those first because it is a huge part of transformation. Life is not easy, and it is what it is. You just got to choose your heart. New resources, new tools, new ways of thinking, new levels of mind that you unlock. You start to have moments where you're like, oh my goodness, I really needed that. You come across the right people, the right ideas, the right things, the right content, the right videos. It's like a whole new world opens up to you if you are observant enough. Let's use me as an example real quick. Let's get into the tea on the identity shift that took me from 7K subscribers. And when I did my mind dump on my phone, like not even 2 weeks ago, like a week and a half ago, I wrote the identity shift that got me from 7K subscribers in October to 30K today. And now we are sitting at 60K. So thank you guys so much. It was a decision that I made on the spot. You guys, I have become so hard-headed. Like I'm just overall a hard-headed person. So if I say I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna be something, we're gonna put in the work. Okay. Even if it doesn't work out, at least I tried. And so that's just kind of who I've become. Just really hard-headed with my goals and stuff. And so It was a decision and it was an identity shift that I had to make intentionally. This is it's crazy. It's crazy because everything changed like this. My old identity had beliefs that were keeping me back from sharing my ideas, putting out what I've learned because I was afraid of what other people would think. And here, sitting in front of you guys today, I am embodying the 100K subscriber version of myself. Now, have we got there? No. But if y'all stick with me long enough, you might just see. But sitting here in front of you today, that is who I am choosing to embody. I have her attitude. I'm speaking the way that she would speak. I'm dressed the way that she would dress. I'm speaking with confidence like how she would. I'm sharing my ideas even though some people don't like them because that is what she would do. I view situations the way that she would. I write content the way that she would. I have her mindset and I'm just viewing the world from her lens. That's it. That's all. What this does is it allows me to overpower the negative beliefs, the limiting beliefs that the old me had. I consciously choose to look at the positive comments instead of the negative ones. And that to me serves as evidence that my old belief of no one will really care what I have to say, no one will like what I have to say, that eliminates that old belief, that overpowers that old belief, and it allows me to now try to take on bigger challenges. It's given me that confidence. And the truth is, I am forever living with the 7K version of myself, with the old mentality. Those old mentalities sneak up on me sometimes, those old insecurities sneak up on me sometimes, but I tell her, shh. 100K Bahja is doing her work right now. 100K Bahja is trying to shine right now, okay? Pipe down, respectfully. The more that I practice that, the more that I practice, overcoming myself, the more that old 7K mentality quiets down. Now I'm exposed to more tools, more ideas, more things that will help me achieve the life that I want, will help me move towards my goals and help me move towards my dreams. Now, I think it's important to also note that there's a lot that led up to this moment. And, one of those things being learning how to edit when I was in middle school, learning how to write when I was in middle school, learning, skills like storytelling and all of that, like it has led me up to this point. Like all these things were necessary. The really, really, really traumatic and hard years that I had to go through to even have this knowledge to share with you guys, to be able to sit here and share my experience with you guys. And so it wasn't all rainbows and daisies, and it wasn't just these past few months that have allowed me to be where I am today, but it was all of these things in my life that has led me to where I am today, that has led me to be able to shift into this new identity. And so wherever you are in life right now, I hope that if you are going through a rough time, or if you are in a moment where you feel like you're really not growing, or you're not really seeing results, or you're not seeing progress, just know that that moment is a part of something bigger, is a part of a story that is bigger, and you have to hold on to that faith. I had to go through months where I felt like I was making no progress. I had to go through months where I was like, well, I don't know how this is supposed to help me, where I went through hardships and dealt with so many things that I didn't, at that moment, couldn't see how it would have turned into something better, but I just held on to faith. Like I literally just held on to faith, and I had to tell myself, I don't see the bigger picture, but God does, and He's got my back. And so that is something that has helped me so much, and I hope that is something that can kind of help you guys push through if you are in a tough moment right now. I know that in the future, it could be tomorrow, it could be next month, it could be a year from now, I'm going to experience some hardships. I'm going to experience some static months, okay? And that is okay, because that is all a part of my future growth. That is all a part of a bigger story that I don't see the full picture of. I think a lot of times when we see people who achieve such amazing things, who achieve these big, huge goals, the people that I personally look up to, it's so easy to just see the highlights of their life, to see that, oh, they went from, being broke to being a multimillionaire. They went from having 0 subscribers to 700,000 or 1 million in 1 year. Like when we see that, it's like we don't know what went into that. We don't know all the things that they've gone through to get to that point. And so just remember that, and I hope that this could be a video that you can come back to when you do stumble upon another challenge, or when you have a hard time staying consistent in the future, because life is not just, a straight line. There's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs. Sometimes you're gonna be so down that it's like, I hope that this could be a video that you continue to come back to. And I hope that every single one of my videos are videos that people can come back to, not just a month into their progress, but 2 months into their progress, a year into their growth, 3 years into their journeys, because there's nothing that is going to give you quick, easy results. Like, life is tough, hard things happen. Sometimes you just need to come back and remember and remind yourself that everybody goes through challenges, everybody goes through difficulties. This is a moment that's going to pass. This is a moment that is a part of a story that you can't see the full picture of. So just don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Like, we need those reminders. I'm not going to be sitting here and telling you guys that this journey is easy. And so I try to make my videos in a way where it's like, you can come back to this later, because you will struggle again. Like, it would just be stupid of me to try to give you guys or sell you guys this quick fix of, oh, just do this and just do this practice or do this challenge and everything is going to change. No, it always comes back to the basics of staying consistent, staying disciplined, doing what needs to be done, taking the action, and taking small steps to get to where you want to be. And that is the truth. And there's no other way around it. There could be a miracle that takes you from 0 to 100 really, really quickly. But when that happens, when you go from 0 to 100, people usually feel like they don't know who they are. And that is why I feel like this journey is just so beautiful, is because on your way to pursuing that goal and that dream, you get to learn so much about yourself if you choose to. You get to learn so much about yourself, and you get to build skills and build knowledge that allows you to be unequitable later down the road when hard things do happen. I sidetracked again, so I'm sorry. Let's bring it back. Okay, so let's get into what you need to do to shift your identity. Step number 1 is make a decision. It is not ifs, it is not buts, it is I am, period. Okay, you need to be hard-headed. You need to make a commitment and stick to it. Just sticking to the commitment, making the decision is the first step. You don't even have to do anything other than that. Just make the decision first, and everything will change. And what I mean by everything will change is you will unlock a new level of consciousness. You will start to recognize the opportunities in front of you, the resources that you have access to. You will start to think differently. Ideas will come to you. Maybe I should try this. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should read this book. Maybe I should research this. Maybe I should look into this. You know what needs to be done to get to where you want to be. You know how to get there. You just have to consciously make choices that are in alignment with that decision. Okay? So step number 1 is make the decision. It is not when I blank, 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 I will start a YouTube channel. When I blank, 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 I will start making 10K a month. No. It's I am making 10K a month, period. I literally had to start saying, I have 100K subscribers. And I remember one of my biggest struggles was rushing. I was like, okay, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this. And I just need to go, that I wasn't even taking a moment to smell the flowers around me. Like I just couldn't, because I was like, I need to get up this video and I need to do this. And if I want to be at 100K, if I want to hit 100K subscribers this year, I have to do this and I have to do that. And like, I was rushing through conversations with my family. I was rushing through the workouts that I was doing, because all that was on my mind was I have to do this to get the result. When I started to think like, okay, well, if I have 100K subscribers, I wouldn't be rushing like this. You know what I mean? I had to actually literally sit down and say, I wouldn't be rushing like this. I wouldn't be feeling this emotion, because I was feeling so negative about doing YouTube in general because of that rushing, because of that, oh, I'm not there yet. I felt negative about it. And so I was resisting doing the content. I was resisting doing everything. So I asked myself, if I have 100K subscribers, I would not be rushing right now. And I started to relax and take my time. And it was in that time where I took, my time in the shower, that I would come up with the best ideas, or I would have just like this flow of all the things that I want to talk about. It's on the treadmill at my gym when I'm doing my 60-minute walk, which I used to rush through to, like literally stopping at 30 minutes because I'm like, okay, I gotta go film, I gotta do this, I gotta prepare. Like, it was that 60 minutes that really helped me write down my ideas and script my ideas. It was the conversations that I had with my family that gave me ideas, that gave me inspiration, that gave me motivation. And so I was rushing through all the things that would make me a better YouTuber, that would make me a better content creator. I noticed that it was lack mentality, like I'm not there yet, I don't have it yet, that was holding me back. It was just like relaxing in the knowing that, okay, I have 100K subscribers, that allowed me to really chill and be a better content creator. Okay, number 2 is why. Having a strong why is so important. Someone asked me, well, how are you supposed to shift your identity but also be authentic? Would that not make you inauthentic? I think drawing from your authenticity is understanding your own personal needs and desires. You draw from your own individuality to then cater to your own personal needs and desires. In life, we're always gonna need to grow. If you're not growing, there's a problem. You're gonna get hit. Okay? But in life, we do need to grow. And so it's drawing from that authenticity of, I know exactly what my values are. I know what it is that I want. I know what it is that I need from myself that will help you create a strong why and then create the steps or the person that you need to become. The reason why I say authenticity is the first step is because it is that self-awareness that will help you understand what you want, not what other people expect from you, not what you think would be cool. Like if I were to sit here and say, oh, I'm going to do YouTube because other people are going to think that I'm so cool. Or I'm going to do YouTube because I just want people to love me. Like looking for validation in YouTube, that wouldn't be a strong reason for me to sit through so many hours of editing and, filming and the overcoming the fears of, doing YouTube, overcoming the hate comments, all of that. It would just not be worth it. I think having a really, really, really strong why and a strong reason is going to be the main thing that gets you through those tough times. It is reminding yourself, this is why I want to do that thing. When you're figuring out your why, first you want to know like kind of what your values are. When you're figuring out your why, let's say you want to do YouTube. I want to do YouTube. Why do I want to do YouTube? Right? And then ask yourself why again and again. Every time you answer the question, ask why until you can't answer the question anymore. And that'll kind of help you get to the core of why it is that you want to do something, why it is that you want to pursue this thing, because it is going to be really challenging. Things are going to get hard, okay? There's going to be moments where you're in the valley of despair and it is not looking good, and you're going to need to remind yourself of the why. Why am I doing this again? And that will be strong enough to get you through those tough times. Number 3 is become. So start identifying as this person. I gave you guys a really fun way to do that in my video titled Become Unrecognizable in 2024. Basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to start to identify as this person. Every single morning when you wake up, you're going to set the intention of, today I am this person. That is all you have to do, is set that intention every single morning. Again, I'm going to put a little cheat sheet in the description of activities that you can do to help build your character or figure out your why or whatever it is. Like everything is literally going to be in that document. So definitely check it out. It is free. Just click it, download it, and it is going to be a little guide to help you, because I wouldn't be staying true to my reason for being here if I didn't give you guys as many resources as I could. Identifying as that person is what closes the gap between where you are and where you want to be. So you want to ask yourself like the person who makes 10K a month, the version of myself who makes $10,000 every single month, what does she look like? What does she wear? What are her daily habits? What are her daily routines? Is she a morning person? What time does she wake up? How does she carry herself? How does she walk? There's going to be a really fun activity actually in the description that I learned from this book called Parallel Universe. I think it's, so you guys should definitely check that out. Just asking yourself those questions and then embodying that, okay? It's not like you have to take on a million different things all at once, a million different habits all at once. Every single day when you are presented a choice or a decision, ask yourself, how would that person respond to this? What would the $10,000 version of myself do in this situation? And just kind of embody it. Just remind yourself of it gently throughout the day, okay? Just do. You act from that state, okay? Walk like that person. Talk like that person. Action is an extremely important part of shifting your identity, because like I said, only a crazy person can sit and truly believe that they are something that they aren't doing anything to move towards. So taking small steps and taking small actions every single day and then acknowledging those actions is going to be the most important thing that you do. Only a crazy person will claim that they're a YouTuber without ever filming a video, editing a video, putting up a video. Like, how can you even claim that? Oh, I make $10,000 a month, but you've never even read a book on how to make money. You've never did a quick Google search on how to make money. You can't just claim something and then not do anything to take action on it. When you lie to yourself like that, you will make yourself feel more shitty about yourself. Your brain is gonna be like, no, we don't know that. We don't know that. She's tripping. She's tripping today. She had a little bit of too much of the Kool-Aid. Your dream life is not far away from you. It's not that far away, girl. If you wake up tomorrow and you decide and you make that decision, the gap is closed. And you know what? Maybe it's not going to turn out exactly how you imagined it, but this new state of mind, this new state of awareness is going to pave the path for something better. By gently accepting and releasing that old version of yourself, you're not denying its existence. You're not denying the person that you were yesterday. You're not denying your current circumstances. You're not denying that they exist. Instead, you're accepting that the past version of you is the reason why you have the habits you have, is the reason why you are the way that you are. Your old past life experiences, the way that you were raised, the way that you were brought up, the people that you were around in your childhood, the people that you were around in your adulthood, like that is why you are the way you are. And it is important to accept that. It is important to say, okay, I accept this, and now I'm going to move forward and choose differently. I'm going to consciously choose to be better. I'm going to consciously choose to create a new future and a new reality for myself. And that's all it is. Okay, we're not sitting here denying how much money we have in our bank account. We're not sitting here denying the fact that we're 70 pounds overweight. We're not over here denying the fact that we don't necessarily have the life that we want to, have. We're not feeding our delusion, really, but it's making different choices, accepting that I am here, but I'm going to be pulled by the vision that I have. The vision that I've created for myself is going to be my purpose for getting up every single day. It's going to be why I choose to do better. It's going to be why I choose to do the difficult things. It's going to be why I choose to be uncomfortable. That's it. That's all. The real key to consistency is reminders. Keep in mind that your goals take time and you can't always control when things happen. The key to consistency is actively choosing to acknowledge all the growth that you make, and it's about falling in love with the process, both the highs and the lows. The truth is, life isn't easy. We all have challenges we face, but those challenges is what allows us to become the character that unlocks the next level of our lives. The challenges is what will help us learn on our journey. And sometimes a challenge is even what helps us pivot from one path to an even better path. You have to be willing to look at life from that lens. You have to be willing to have that growth mindset in order for you to truly win in life. Your dream isn't that far away from you, so you have to start living a life that aligns with your aspirations by embodying a better version of yourself every single day. Your choices shape your life, so focus on becoming the person you aspire to be, and the consistency will flow naturally. Okay, and I really, 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 really hope and I pray that this video reaches all the right people who need to hear this. I hope that this video really hits for you guys the way that I know. Reminding myself of this hits for me in moments where I feel like giving up, in moments where I feel like my dream is so far away, in moments where I feel like I'm not worthy of achieving it. And so I hope that this can be a video that you constantly come back to. I hope that this can be a video that you put somewhere in a playlist and you're like, okay, Bahja, watch this video when you're not feeling consistent. Watch this video where you're not feeling motivated. I hope that can be that. I hope that it could be that, because it is a journey that is not easy. And if other people are not going to tell you that, I'm going to tell you that. It is not overnight success. It is not overnight weight loss. It is none of that, okay? It is a really difficult and tough challenge. It is a tough journey that is filled with a whole lot of things that you have to overcome, a whole lot of pain. It is painful to decide that you are not going to be the person that you've been for 20 years. It's hard to let go of that version of you. There's going to be moments where you feel like you don't know who you are anymore, where it's like, okay, well, I remember feeling like, oh my goodness, okay, well, should I just turn back now while I can? It is so scary to be in the unknown. It is so scary to do something that is contradicting a belief that you hold. And so I really hope that this video can serve you in so many ways. Before you guys go, I want to let you know that I am putting out my first course called Rewrite Your Story this new year. I'm extremely excited about it. Earlier this year, I did a 6-month coaching program with a handful of girls, and it was the best time ever. So shout out to the OG Rewrite Your Story girls. I'm so excited to put it in a course so that you guys can all take it at your own pace. There's going to be more information on it very soon. So if you guys sign up for the newsletter, you're going to be the first to know. It is in the description. I am so geeked. I'm so excited. You guys are going to love it so much. And it is going to be your best friend when it comes to transforming your life. Also, if you guys want to make friends, meet the girlies, have this community of like-minded individuals, you guys should definitely join our Geneva group. It's a little chat space. It's a fun little app. It isn't available worldwide. So if it's not available, I'm sorry. We're going to figure something out. But until then, you guys should definitely join. But yeah, I'm just trying to give you guys as many resources as I can to become the best version of yourselves, we're really bringing in the heat this year of 2024. And like I said, I'm not leaving any of you guys behind. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow all of my socials, leave a comment, and I hope to see you next time.